And the disciples went everywhere preaching, and the Lord worked through them, confirming it through many signs and miracles. That is right. That is the last verse on my 5-year journey to read the Bible one chapter a day, one day at a time, taking many breaks, but it is done. I have finished reading the Bible one chapter a day, one day at a time, so much of it online with you guys. It started during the pandemic when we were separated from everyone. I had a conversation with one of my volunteers, Judy, and she said that, she read Proverbs every day because there's one for each day of the month, and that was kind of one of her daily devotionals, which when we were separated in pandemics, not allowed to really go inside, I walked up in my backyard and I walked over to this dried up stream, and I did the live stream by the stream, hoping to connect with so much of my friends and my family and my church family, and maybe even invite those who hadn't actually read the Bible to read it along with me. After all, it was only going to be a month or two, right? Ended up being about 1.5 years. But I kept on going, kept on reading. And God put it in me to want to finish reading this book, the Bible, this ancient library, one chapter a day, one day at a time. And August 13th, 2005, I have finished. But I didn't do it alone. No. God empowered me. You inspired me. You encouraged me. You motivated me. So thank you for your help along this journey. I thank Lord for the book, for all the different ways of doing that. And I upgraded from a dried up stream to a waterfall to finish. That is awesome. A lot of life happened in this last 5 years. I went from I'm going to be a parent, to no, I'm not. I went from having parents to no, I don't. Well, I have a father. Let's not get too extreme. But that's the last parent I have left, is father-in-law. No grandparents left. Oh, except for on Candace's side, she has one grandma left. I lost so many friends and family. Reading the Bible, holding my mom's hand, was an extremely sad moment. Standing on the beach of Wasaga Beach, losing my soon-to-be kid, were really rough times. Going to funerals for 16-year-olds, super, super hard times. Getting injured, not being able to walk, getting super sick. There's so many times I could have given up. Being filled with anxiety and afraid to leave the house. Not understanding my own emotions with that. It was tough. But there was so much good. So much good. I upgraded, like I said, from that little dried up stream to this waterfall. I went from renting to owning my first house now, which is insane. My car broke down, which enabled the generosity of so many different friends and family to step up to lend and borrow. And now, I ended up buying a new vehicle, which is even better. The upgrades keep on coming as I remain faithful, looking towards Christ. I have dyslexia. I don't read good. I don't have a passion for reading, but I had a passion to finish this. This was a dumb idea, to read my Bible vulnerably online, not doing a whole lot of studying first, just doing my reaction, doing like a normal Bible study, just open and vulnerable for anyone to jump in and join, and then cataloging it on YouTube. Yes, I know the last 2 books of the Bible I did not finish. I have not recorded. I'm going to do that when I get back from my sabbatical. But right now, I have actually finished it myself. These last 2 months, it was spending that time with God. My device is getting really hot. So I'm going to end it with this. Well, yeah, it was a dumb idea done well with Christ. And Christ inspired so many people to read their Bibles, to grab Bibles, handed out 2 cases of Bibles, which is insane. But that last commission, that last verse, I didn't know what it was when I set out to do this, but his disciples went everywhere and God worked through them. I might be done doing this Bible study one day at a time, but I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm going to continue reading, being motivated to continue to read, to be able to continue to connect with God, to go out into nature and to just sit there with God, getting out on my bike, getting out by the waterfalls, and to do that stuff. But I'm also not going to quit preaching and sharing the love and forgiveness of God. To share that, like, yes, we need to pray for our enemies. We need to care for the least of these. That we need to act justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with our God. If anyone wants a Bible, I'm going to gladly hand it out to them. Who knows? I might even jump back and do more. One of my next big things on the list is to write a bit of a book about this whole experience. I sat in prayer and I just wanted to record my thoughts as I finished this. I'm so thankful to you. For anyone that watched live or after the fact, even if you're going to watch it 10 years from when I'm recording this. Thank you for all the encouragement and the motivation along the way. And no matter how difficult life gets or how good life gets, no matter if you're in Mexico or in British Columbia or in Ontario or in Haiti, God is God. He's the God of there. He's the God of here. He's the God of our hearts. He is the author of all creation. And he loves you. He loves you so, so much. And as they were preaching, people didn't believe. Mary Magdalene, Jesus rose from the dead. And the disciples were like, nah, he didn't. The strangers on the road to Emmaus are like, he was walking with us. And people are like, no, he didn't. That's kind of how like Mark ended, kind of. Just that reminder that, like, yes, as much as I'm preaching the good news, that reminder that, yes, some people will deny. But in time, the disciples trusted. The strangers on the road to Emmaus have inspired, generation after generation after generation with their words. God is with them. What are the miraculous signs that are happening with me doing this? People are being waken up from their spiritual death. When we don't know God, we are spiritually dead, and people are arising to it. People who have deep-seated hurts from the church and religion, and especially Christians, are getting healed. People that are blind to the truth are seeing the truth. Yes, I might not have these physical miraculous signs happening around me, but God is definitely doing some amazing works through me. Works that I would argue are even greater than the physical manifestations of healing and like bringing people back from the dead. Because it's the soul and the eternity that's getting impacted. And that is a mission that you can jump onto. Lastly, I want to share a story about that Roman soldier who helped mock and tie and beat down Christ. And then as he's looking up on him, he goes, truly he is the Son of God. I was that. I didn't know God. I was blind. I was spiritually dead. I stood up in a church on Easter Sunday to perform this little play where I just had to end it with that. And I made fun of him, and I made fun of everyone that thought that he was God. Then I end with looking up at the ceiling. He truly was the Son of God. I didn't believe it then, but I believe it now. And that Christ can use me then and now and into the future. He can use you too. He can love you. He can forgive you. He can motivate you. He can motivate you to do some really dumb things like reading the Bible one day at a time online. I mean, I never would have called it. Thank you very much once again. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. May God bless you. Bye.